the magic of masculine attraction that never fails. The foundation of a successful relationship is not built on some magical formula, but on understanding human nature. When you stand with a woman, she is subconsciously looking for 3 things in you. The first is what psychologists call genetic quality. These are the invisible traits that indicate how good your offspring could be. The second is your social status. Are you someone that society holds in high regard? The third, and most important, is your emotional stability. Do you have the steadiness that can make a woman feel safe? These 3 things together form the basis on which any woman's heart can be won. But the problem is that 95% of men don't pay proper attention to even one of them. They rely on external factors like money, cars, or physical appearance, when in reality, true attraction starts from within. Mistakes men keep repeating. Most men in relationships end up stumbling over obstacles they create themselves. The biggest mistake is making a woman the center of their life. When you give something too much importance, it tends to slip away. Another major mistake is hiding your true personality. Many men think they have to become someone else to please a woman, when in fact, the opposite is true. The third and most dangerous mistake is not even trying to understand women. Men assume women are complicated, when in reality, once you understand their basic psychology, relationships become the simplest thing. A woman is essentially looking for a man who can provide her with emotional security, understand her, and stand by her side. Nonverbal signals that create attraction. Your body language speaks louder than your words. Research shows that women pay 80% more attention to a man's nonverbal signals. The first sign comes from your posture. Are your shoulders back and your chest out? This signals confide. Ants. The second comes from eye contact. Can you listen without blinking excessively or looking away? The third is hidden in your voice's tone and modulation. The fourth sign is in your facial expressions. Do you smile or keep a tense face? The fifth, and perhaps most important, comes from your hand movements. Are your hands restless or calm? Together, these cues create the first impression a woman forms about you. Secrets to making a conversation memorable. When talking to a woman, 90% of men make the same old mistakes. They ask direct questions that can only be answered with yes or no. The secret to starting a great conversation is to ask questions that lead to stories. For example, instead of, "Why did you choose this job?" ask, "If you could work in any profession for one day, what would you choose and why?" The second key point is mastering the art of listening. Most men don't listen, they just prepare to respond. The third secret is to bring emotions into the conversation. Anyone can share facts, but emotional stories are what people remember. The psychological trick that draws a woman towards you. The human brain reacts strongly to certain triggers. If you understand these psychological principles, you can attract any woman's attention. The first principle is the law of reciprocity. When you give someone something, they feel compelled to give back. The second is holding back slightly. When something is withheld, its desire increases. The third is emotional variation. If you stay on the same emotional level all the time, a woman will get bored, but if you create emotional ups and downs, she will be drawn to you. The fourth is a common enemy. When 2 people share a common opponent, they grow closer. The fifth and final principle is secrecy. When you share a secret, it creates a special bond. Subtle ways to increase your importance in a woman's heart. Win. Winning a place in a woman's heart doesn't require grand gestures. It's the small, subtle actions that shape how she perceives you in her subconscious. The first is conditional attention, giving her attention when she least expects it, which makes you stand out in her mind. The second is creating emotional memories, adding an emotional touch to any shared experience, even something as simple as having coffee together. The third is unexpected compliments. Instead of the usual praises, appreciate her unique qualities that others might overlook. The fourth is body language mirroring, lightly mirroring her gestures during conversation, which creates a subconscious sense of connection. The fifth is pauses in communication, occasionally leaving a conversation unfinished so she finds herself thinking about you more. Psychological truths about women every man should know. To understand a woman's behavior, it's essential to know these truths. First, a woman is never truly impressed by appearances alone. She's sensing the energy that radiates from your presence. Second, a woman is always speaking to the child inside her. If you can understand that part of her, you can reach her heart. Third, moments matter more than words. She will always remember the special times that made her feel something new. Fourth, a woman doesn't like a man because he makes her happy, but because she feels happy with him. Fifth, every woman has a reverse magnet. The more you try to chase her, the more she moves away. The 4 stages of attraction in a successful relationship. Building a deep connection with a woman requires going through 4 stages. The first is wonder, offering something unexpected that makes her think. The second is curiosity, having something about you that makes her want to know more. The third is emotional connection, understanding her feelings and syncing with her emotional ups and downs. The fourth is trust, when she feels safe enough to show you her vulnerabilities. These stages should happen naturally, without force. Everyday habits that psych. Logically attract women. Your small daily habits leave a deep psychological impact on women. The first habit is complete presence, ignoring your phone when you're with her, sending the subconscious message that she's your priority. The second is listening to problems. Most women don't want instant solutions. They just want to be heard. The third is small reminders, remembering her favorite things and mentioning them at the right time. The fourth is using body language, maintaining the right distance while talking and holding eye contact. The fifth is building your own world. When you are busy with your own life, she will naturally be drawn to you. Psychological mistakes. Men often repeat in relationships. The biggest obstacles to successful relationships are these mistakes. The first is being overly available. When you constantly seek her attention, she values you less. The second is emotional inconsistency. If your behavior isn't steady, she won't trust you. The third is shaping yourself to her wishes. Women prefer men who have their own opinions. The fourth is rushing things. Relationships should be allowed to grow naturally, not forced. The fifth is comparing her to past relationships. Every woman is unique and can't be measured against someone else. The science of attraction that's rarely told. The human brain processes attraction in unique ways, and here are the unusual truths that are often left unsaid. The first is unintentional attention. A woman's mind is naturally drawn to men who are absorbed in their own work. The second is sensory memory. If you become associated with a certain scent, sound, or image, she will never forget you. The third is emotional resonance. When your inner feelings align with your outward expression, a woman senses it instantly. The fourth is waves of time. Meetings between 4 and 6 p.m. tend to create deeper emotion. All connections. The fifth is the power of silence. Meaningful pauses in conversation can be more powerful than words. New rules of masculine attraction in the modern age. The digital era has rewritten the laws of love and attraction. The first new rule is the journey from online to offline. Your social media presence shapes perceptions before you even meet in person. The second is the economy of attention. Women now value men who respect their limited attention. The third is unexpected contact. A well-timed message can be far more effective than constant texting. The fourth is distinguishing real from fake. In an age of filters and exaggeration, simple authenticity is the most attractive trait. The fifth is digital balance. Men who are consistent in both their online and offline selves are seen as more trustworthy. 4 pillars of long-term relationship success. To strengthen a relationship over time, 4 foundations are essential. The first is continuous personal growth. Men who keep improving themselves remain attractive. The second is emotional resilience. Staying composed during challenges builds trust. The third is shared dreams. When both partners envision a similar future, the relationship naturally grows stronger. The fourth is unity and solitude. Being able to spend time apart actually deepens closeness. The fifth is constant discovery. Continuing to find new things in each other keeps the relationship fresh, even years later. 5 ways to reach a woman's subconscious. To truly connect with a woman's deeper mind, you need to master certain nonverbal approaches. The first is the magic of music. Choosing the right tune at the right moment can carry your emotions straight to her heart. The second is setting the scene. The right combination of lighting, temperature, and atmosphere can influence her subconscious emotions. The third is the language of movement. Your gestures, facial expressions, and physical distance all send unspoken messages. The fourth is the art of storytelling, sharing experiences in an emotas. In a way creates a strong emotional bond. The fifth is the world of symbols. A small, well-timed gift or gesture can carry a message far bigger than words. Myths about attraction that are hurting you. It's time to abandon these 5 harmful misconceptions about attraction. The first myth is beauty is everything. In reality, confidence and personality are far more powerful. The second is women only like rich men. Research shows women value emotional security over financial security. The third misconception is lies are necessary in love. The truth is that honesty is the only lasting foundation in long-term relationships. The fourth is women are complicated. In reality, women are clear, you just need to understand their language. The fifth and most damaging myth is love has no rules. Emotional connections actually follow psychological principles that can be learned. Layers of masculine personality that drive women. Crazy, no woman falls in love with just a man's surface personality. To truly reach her heart, you need to have these layers. Outer personality, the confidence that shows in the way you walk. Social personality, the skill with which you build your position in society. Intellectual personality, the depth of your thoughts and the shine of your knowledge. Emotional personality, the way you respond during difficult situations. Spiritual personality, your deep life philosophies that make you unique. The power of eyes. During conversation, 80% of your gaze should be on her eyes and 20% on her lips. The science of smiling. A smile that tilts slightly more to the right appears more attractive. Neck angle, slightly tilting your head while talking. Hand position. Open palms signal confidence. Foot direction, where your feet point shows where your interest lies. Breath depth. Deep breaths add richness to your voice. Movement speed, confide. Net people tend to move slightly slower. New rules of attraction in the modern era. The economy of attention. Men who make their attention valuable are more attractive.